All right, ready to dive in. Today we're looking at artificial intelligence. But get this, our source material is actually structured like a play.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it breaks down AI's impact into acts. It's a really creative way to approach such a complex topic.
It is. And, it kind of makes sense when you think about how AI is changing the whole landscape of art and creativity these days,
That's true.
blending the lines between technology and human expression.
Exactly. So we're not just trying to define AI today.
Right.
We want to figure out what it actually means for our listeners.
In their lives right now.
Yeah. How is AI already a part of your world, and where is it headed?
Absolutely. From the apps we use every day to medical breakthroughs that could completely change, well, everything.
Speaking of breakthroughs, our source starts with Act 1, Genesis of Intelligence. It begins with a fascinating look back at the history of AI, starting with Alan Turing.
Oh, Turing, yeah.
From back in the 1950s. He was the one who famously asked, "Can machines think?" Remember that movie, The Imitation Game?
Oh, yeah.
That was about him.
That's right.
His work led to the Turing test, which is still a benchmark today.
Yeah, the Turing test essentially challenges a machine to have a conversation so convincing it fools a human into thinking they're talking to another person.
So it sounds like mimicking human intelligence has always been at the core of AI.
I think so, yeah.
The source compares early AI to a silent artist. It's this idea of AI learning and evolving almost behind the scenes.
That's a great analogy. And the progress has been astounding. Think about it. We've gone from basic rule-based systems like a simple calculator
Right.
to these incredibly sophisticated neural networks.
Okay, neural networks. I have to admit that one always sounds a little intimidating to me. Can you break that down for us?
Sure. Think of it as a network of interconnected points, sort of like a brain that can learn from huge amounts of data and adapt to new situations. That's basically a neural network in simple terms. They can solve problems in ways that surprise even the people who created them.
So it's the difference between, say, a basic calculator and a self-driving car.
Exactly. A huge leap. And all this has happened incredibly fast.
It's amazing how quickly things are changing. So let's bring it down to earth a bit. What are some real-world examples of AI in action?
That's what makes this so fascinating. Our source dives into that in Act 2, AI in the Real World. It highlights key sectors that AI is already transforming.
Like what?
Well, we've got healthcare, entertainment, education, even environmental protection.
Let's start with healthcare. The source talks about AI saving millions of lives through early disease detection.
Right.
So imagine an AI system that's analyzing mammograms.
Okay.
It can pick up on tiny patterns that a human radiologist might miss, meaning earlier diagnosis and treatment for things like breast cancer. The source actually cites studies where AI-assisted screenings have significantly increased detection rates.
Absolutely. And it's not just about those big life or death scenarios. AI is personalizing our experiences every day in ways we might not even realize.
Give us an example.
Think about your Netflix recommendations or Spotify playlists. Those are all powered by AI algorithms. They learn what you like and tailor the content just for you.
Wow, I never really thought about it like that.
Yeah.
That makes AI a lot less abstract. It's like suddenly it's personal.
It is personal. It's part of our everyday lives.
But all of this progress, all of these benefits, it can't be without some challenges, right?
You're exactly right.
Yeah.
And that's where things start to get really interesting and complex. Welcome back to our deep dive into AI. We were just talking about the potential of AI to revolutionize healthcare.
Yeah, that's where AI starts to feel really futuristic, like straight out of a movie.
I know what you mean, but the source makes it clear this isn't science fiction.
Right.
It's happening right now.
So let's break it down. How is AI actually being used in healthcare today?
Well, we're talking about AI analyzing medical images like X-rays and MRIs. It can help doctors detect things that might be easy to miss with the human eye.
Like really subtle patterns.
Exactly. Imagine an AI that's been trained on, like, thousands and thousands of scans.
Wow.
It learns to spot those tiny anomalies that could indicate early-stage cancer.
So earlier treatment, hopefully better outcomes.
Exactly. And it's not just about image analysis.
Oh, right.
AI can personalize treatment plans, too, taking into account a patient's genes, lifestyle, medical history.
So it's not just one-size-fits-all medicine anymore.
Exactly. It's like custom-made treatment.
That's pretty amazing.
It is. The source talks about AI shifting healthcare from reactive to proactive.
Proactive.
Yeah, so instead of waiting for people to get sick, AI could help identify potential risks early on.
So we can prevent disease before it even develops.
That's the idea.
Okay, that's incredible. But what about people who are already sick or dealing with disabilities?
That's a great question. The source talks about AI-powered prosthetics.
Prosthetic.
Yeah, imagine prosthetics that can learn and adapt to a user's movements.
Wow. So amputees could have a level of mobility and control that wasn't possible before. Exactly. It's about restoring independence.
It is. And it's not just physical health.
Right. Right. AI can be a huge help with mental health, too.
How so?
Well, think about AI-powered chatbots that could offer support and guidance for people struggling with things like anxiety or depression.
Mm.
It could make mental health care way more accessible and affordable, especially for folks who can't afford traditional therapy.
Yeah, there's a huge need for that.
Definitely. It's like having a virtual companion, someone who's always there to listen.
That's pretty powerful.
It is. The source paints this picture of a future where AI breaks down barriers to healthcare, making it more accessible and personalized for everyone. It's exciting, but of course, we have to be realistic about the potential downsides too.
Right, we talked about those bigger ethical questions earlier. How do they play out specifically in healthcare?
One of the big ones is data privacy.
Okay, yeah.
AI needs a ton of data to learn to make good predictions, right?
Right.
So the question is, how do we make sure patient data is being used ethically and responsibly? I can see how that would be a major concern.
It is. People need to be able to trust that their medical information is protected, especially when it's being used by AI.
For sure.
And then there's the issue of making sure AI benefits everyone, not just a select few.
It's a huge challenge.
It is. But it's crucial to get this right if we want AI to truly revolutionize healthcare for the better.
It sounds like we have a lot to think about as we move forward with these technologies, but the potential is definitely there for AI to really change the game when it comes to healthcare.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And that's just one area where AI is making its mark.
We've seen how AI is transforming healthcare, but our source makes it clear that AI is having a huge impact on tons of other fields too.
You know what's really interesting about this source? It doesn't just focus on AI as this tech innovation.
Right.
It really emphasizes AI as a force for creativity.
Yeah, we talked about personalized entertainment, like AI recommending movies on Netflix.
Right, but it goes so much deeper than that.
Okay, so get this. The source talks about AI composing music, writing poetry, even creating visual art.
It makes you wonder, is there anything AI can't do?
Right.
The source actually uses this really interesting example.
Okay.
Imagine an AI composing a symphony.
Wow.
This complex, beautiful piece of music, all created by an algorithm.
That's pretty mind-blowing.
It is, but it also raises a really important question.
What's that?
Would it have that same heart, that human touch that we find in a symphony by, say, Beethoven?
I see what you mean.
It makes you think about what creativity really is.
Right. Can AI really replicate that special something that humans bring to art? Or is it just really good at copying the patterns it learns from data?
That's the big debate, and it leads us to what the source calls the future symphony.
Okay, I like that.
It's not just about AI creating things for us.
Right.
It's about AI collaborating with us, pushing the boundaries of human expression even further.
So instead of replacing artists, AI becomes a tool for them.
Exactly.
For musicians, writers, painters.
It helps them unlock new levels of creativity.
That's a really cool way to think about it.
Imagine an AI that could analyze your writing style and offer suggestions, or a program that generates melodies based on your emotions.
It's like having an AI brainstorming partner constantly pushing you to think outside the box.
Exactly, and this collaboration isn't limited to the arts.
Oh.
Think about AI working with architects to design eco-friendly cities, or with engineers developing clean energy solutions, even scientists making groundbreaking discoveries.
So it's like AI could magnify our ability to solve problems and create a better future.
That's the idea. But of course, the source also acknowledges the potential risks.
Right. AI isn't a perfect solution.
It's only as good as the data it learns from and the choices we make about how to use it.
So we have to be aware of those downsides.
Definitely. We have to think about things like bias, inequality, even threats to privacy and security.
We can't just assume AI will automatically make everything better.
Exactly. And the source really emphasizes this need for a global collaborative effort to shape the future of AI.
A global effort.
Yeah. Bringing together people from different fields, different cultures, different backgrounds.
To make sure AI reflects our values as a society.
Exactly. It's a call to action. It's a reminder that the future of AI isn't set in stone.
It's up to us to shape it.
Right. It's something we create through the choices we make today.
That's a really powerful message for our listeners to consider as we wrap up this deep dive.
Absolutely. As you go about your day, think about how AI is already part of your world, from the apps on your phone to the big decisions being made that impact your life.
Yeah, and ask yourself, what role do I want to play in shaping this future? What kind of world do I want to create with this incredible technology?
Because the future isn't just something that happens to us.
It's something we build together.
And with careful thought, collaboration, and a little imagination, we can use AI to create a more just, equitable, and fulfilling future for everyone.
Thank you for joining us on this journey into the world of AI.
We hope you found it as thought-provoking and inspiring as we have.